Hello everybody and welcome back to Crochet Basics for all levels. Yay! Alright, let's get going. So today we are going to learn how to do the treble stitch and slip stitches. Treble and slip stitches. Now I'm going to start this just with my slip knot and slip it on. I like to do it like this. I'm working with a 6.5 aluminum crochet hook, and this is my Yarn Bee silver yarn, and we are going to get started. We're just going to do a few, and again that was the slip knot, and this is our chains. Hope you've been practicing all the chains and single crochets, half double crochets, double crochets. Those are all the ones that I've gone over so far. And we're just doing a few chains. I wasn't even counting, but I've been blabbing. Alright, so there's our little braid. One more, actually a couple more. How many did I make? I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good, perfect number. Remember, if you're making something and it calls for 16 chains, you want to do 16 plus 1. So 17 altogether, but make sure you do that extra 1, but we'll go over that later when we start doing patterns. That's just for a turning chain. So you'll have your actual 16. Anyway, well, like I said, that'll come later. Alright, so here we go. This is the treble crochet stitch. Similar to the double, you're going to yarn over. That's the double, but this time we're going to yarn over again. So you have 2, look, actually 3. Yarn over, yarn over. Now we're going to go into the second loop from the hook. Alright, so now look, 1, 2, 3, and 4 loops on the hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through. Okay, now 4, so 4. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Oops. And yarn over, pull through 2. And that's the treble crochet. It's really simple. I think you're going to like it. Alright, sorry about that. A little bit of interruption. Alright, so that's what it ends up looking like. Can't really tell very much just from this first one, but we're going to keep going. And we're going to be doing this in each stitch across. And sometimes you can actually skip a few stitches with this one because it is a larger stitch. So we're going to yarn over, go into the next chain. Sorry. Yarn over, pull through 1 loop, and now you have 4 on your hook, 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Need some yarn. 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. And then yarn over, pull through the last 2. And there we go. That's what it starts to look like. Alright, let's keep going. Do it again. I get myself more yarn. So it takes a lot of yarn. I don't do very many. I don't use the treble very much, but I do like doing it. Treble. Yarn over twice. Pull through 1. And then yarn over. Pull through 2. Yarn over. Pull through 2. Yarn over. Oops. Sometimes it does get caught. You gotta work it through. Pull through the last 2. Boom. Yarn over, go through the chain. Just follow along with me. Pull through, whoop. Uh-oh. And that's what happens. You just have to let it go. Try again. Yarn over twice. Go through the hook once, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Amazing. It's starting to look like a little ladder. And we're going to get a little closer for you, just to look at the little details. Alright, so in here, go through that stitch, which is chain, pull through, and there's your 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops, and yarn over, oops, sorry, pull through the last 2. If you go nice and slow, you will not have any trouble with trebles. Pun intended for anybody who's a Trekkie out there. Alright, so I'm just going to keep going and you just keep following along. Back up a little bit. Sometimes I have to help it along to get through a stitch, and that's okay. You know, just do what you do. Do what you gotta do. Everyone's different. That's the key. Everybody has their own style of doing things. Nobody can say somebody's doing something better because they have their own way of doing it. This is my way. And you might find my way, the way I do it. Maybe you like it too. Maybe you don't like the way I do it. But that's okay. Because I'm happy with how I do it. It's worked for me. I've gotten a lot of projects done and I'm happy with my projects. Sometimes I'm not happy with my projects because like you messed up somewhere in the middle and didn't notice it till I'm like at the very end. And I'm like, oh well, have a mess up. Like I did a Harry Potter scarf, and I noticed when I picked it up, the very first part of the scarf is bigger and wider than the last part, and I'm like, oh man, I just finished it, I cut yarn, and I was like, oh well, I'm stuck with it. I don't know if I can actually sell it now, like I was planning on, but oh well, it'll just be my Harry Potter scarf. I like Harry Potter, it's okay. Alright, so we're coming to the end. Then I'll show you what the next stitch we're going to learn is. Two more times. Y'all are doing great. At least I think you are. This is pretty basic, and that's why it's called Crochet Basics, because these are the basics. Alright, here we go. Last one. Yarn over 2 times. Put it through the chain. Oop, come on. Don't get the wire out of me. There we go. You pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2 more. Yarn over and pull through 2 more. Yay, you did it. And we can tie it off with 1 chain. Boop. Turn your work. Okay, now, looky there. It's a little ladder or a tail. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. And it's roll. See those? These are great for posts. These are also called posts. There's chains later on, once you start getting, you know, more advanced, you'll do stitches around these posts, which actually looks so neat. I love doing those. Like you'll go actually through the post and do a stitch and pull through. So it looks really cool. But that's later on. We'll get to those later. Right now we're just doing the basic simple stuff because I don't want to fry anybody's brains if you're beginners. Like, I try to do some complicated stitches when I first started out, and I was like, maybe crochet isn't for me. But I kept going. It's all good. Okay, now what we're going to do, this is called a slip stitch. Slip stitch. These are for connecting circles. Like if you're connecting this end to this other end, you would use a slip stitch because it doesn't make an extra stitch. It doesn't make an extra chain. I'll show you. Alright, so this is what it looks like. A slip stitch is so simple. Just like it sounds, kind of. You just slip it in and slip it out. So you go, take it, and you'll go through your stitch. You'll yarn over, you'll pull through, and you'll keep pulling through. That's a slip stitch. And we could do this all the way down. So go through like this. See? Go through, and make sure you get two chains there. I mean, whatever. 2 pieces of yarn. Yarn over, pull through, and keep going. Slip stitch time. And again, go through, yarn over, pull through. Come on. That's a slip stitch. We can do this all the way down. Slip it in and you slip it out. I usually turn my hook backwards. It's like going forward, going in. I keep it forward like this, and then to get it through, I turn it backwards. Like that. Yeah, just something I do. I don't know if everyone does that. Maybe everyone does do it. I don't know. That's what I do though, and it works. So you go in, yarn over, pull it through. Alright, remember this is the slip stitch. Slip it in, and it comes out. This is a great connector stitch. And it's used a lot of times during a project. Like after you do a certain amount of, like say we do like 3 trebles, then you slip stitch into the next chain or next stitch, and then you go and you do it again. It's just like a way of adding or moving your hook over without adding any extra counts of stitches or extra like height. So go in, yarn over, come out. Oops. Oh no! See, if this happens, you just don't freak out. Put it back on, pull that out, and just keep going. So slip it in, yarn over, pull through. Last one. There we go. And then you chain 1. And then you turn your work, and that's what happens with the slip stitch. See? It's really small. If this was just a regular single crochet, it would be a little bit higher than that. And then you could do another set of trebles across. So you could go yarn over, and right in this one, oops, sorry, a little close there. And then you could do trebles across this way. And again, and then so you could start up all over and go down, and then slip stitch back, and then treble down, slip stitch back. That's just something, I don't know. Maybe it's a real pattern, maybe not. But that's how that's done. And you should have something that looks like this. I love doing that. It's like a little ladder. Alright, well guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Again, we covered the treble crochet and the slip stitch. Treble and slip stitch. Those are great and they're fun and they're used, well, the slip stitch is used in a lot of projects. But yeah, continue to watch though, because we're going to learn even more basics coming up, and probably in my next few videos after I get the basics covered, we will be doing little patterns, even if it's just a simple scarf. Just a simple one skein scarf. Those are always fun. And you can give them as gift, and I don't know, it's just a fun little hobby to learn. I don't know, it's a great thing to know how to do crochet. And it's also fun to unravel. It's kind of like soothing. And I'm going to get rid of, ooh, okay. Well, with that said, everybody, be sure to like and subscribe my channel. And tell your friends if anyone's wanting to learn crochet, they can follow me. I only have 3 videos so far, but they're pretty basic and you can learn from them. Alright, so bye-bye.